Hey, what's going on? Back with another video, and today we're going to be modifying the Declasse Sabre Deluxe. This is a car that, of course, is just a modified version of a vanilla vehicle. There's a lot to modify on it, and I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, because although people don't watch these videos a lot, when I do modify a car to an outrageous specification, it gets less clicks on it. If you can get less than 0, it gets negative clicks on it. But then again, I don't want to shortchange you by modifying it in a rather conservative manner. Regardless, we're just doing this for fun. We'll see what different types of combinations of add-ons we can come up with, arrive at maybe a nice looking vehicle. And listen to how beautiful this sounds. Great cam lobe, beautiful interior. That cam lobe, I won't say it's uniquely American, because obviously any car can have an upgraded camshaft. But with muscle cars, it does seem to be uniquely American. Let's take it around the block real fast before we modify it. Definitely lacking on some of the torque that I was expecting, but it's okay. Let's go see what we can do with it. The great thing about these cars is if you find one in good condition, like if you were to roll up with this in the real world, people would still love it, you know? It's just, it has that type of appearance to it. It's a naturally tough-looking car, the Declasse Sabre Deluxe. Okay, the bodywork, arch covers. What do we have? Remove side trim. Okay, sure. Let's make it relatively modern, but I don't know to what extent. Of course, we're gonna upgrade the engine. Beautiful. You see the belt turning in there. Very nice.
She's a beast now.
You know, the only thing that a lot of these authors could do when modifying these cars is they go out of their way to add so much detail, and it does look great. And then it's, you know, slightly eclipsed by the poor textures surrounding it. But I think that's just what you have to work with in Grand Theft Auto. The chassis. What are we gonna do here? Oh man, isn't that awesome? The Iron Coffin Kit. Imagine selling that to people. Do you want your Sabre to come with the Iron Coffin Kit? We can do a roll cage, actually, with carbon seats. Okay, let's do the roof. There's a lot of cool stuff, but what I'm starting to understand now is that this is meant to be one of those Mad Max survival cars, much less something that, is, you know, it's not going to be on the drag strip. Yeah, we can add some lights on it. I don't have a problem with that, but which ones look the best? Okay, the roof rack. The bumpers, oh man, we're gonna have a ton here. But see, I want it to look like a sports car. But again, I will turn it into... Maybe we'll do a mix of the two. How about the extended chin spoiler? Wow, there's a drift wide body kit? No thank you, just it's too much. And you know what? Extending it won't be hard. We can do that afterwards. The rear bumper. I don't see the stripe. Maybe it's the secondary color, but we'll just do a rear painted bumper. The wheel's gonna come back to them, absolutely. The armor. It's gotta be armored. I've never done that before. Oh man. How about a side exhaust? Okay, as for the exhaust, I'm gonna pick the race side exhaust. You can see all of the options here. But I like that one the most. This is actually a little bit cooler. It looks a little more robust and industrial. But I'll do the race side exhaust nonetheless. The grille, what can we do here? That is a big, fat, ugly grille, but I like it. There's just a little bit of detail retained. We can do that. The hood, oh man, I'm actually going to come back to that. I have my reasons because I know there's going to be so much to choose from. And the spoiler. We can do a nice ducktail spoiler. Suspension, it'll be lowered. Transmission. Of course, we need the turbo. which now means we're gonna have to pick a turbo for the hood. And I think there is one sticking out of it. Here's stock. Now we have the single intake bug catcher. And I'll just go down the list. Tell me that is not awesome. It's just so highly detailed. I'm gonna go with this one right here. I like that.
I hope you're happy.
Quite a bit. I don't think we need a horn. And now the color. Okay, so I decided to go back over a couple of things with my modification process, and I changed the front bumper, I changed the color, and I changed the wheels. But I like the way it looks. The Declasse Sabre Delux. I don't care if it's ostentatious or gaudy. The whole point was to make it something that is different than from what you would normally see. So let's go take it for a drive. Hope maybe we can get some good speeds going, and yeah. The backfiring out of the turbos in the front is just awesome. And everybody likes a burnout in a muscle car, so I think. Great exhaust note, beautiful back bumper. Very simple. Does it handle well? Turning radius is pretty tough, but it can maintain control, so that's a good thing. Can we get a little drift going? No, we're losing control, but it's okay. How about some off-road? That's what we kind of had it designed for, right? I get kind of nervous driving it when you're going too fast on those turns because you can't tell when it is you're about to lose traction. But you do. Nonetheless, please don't let me hit. Please don't. There we go. Managed to keep control. How's first person look? Wow, those big turbos sticking out. Looks awesome. Okay, let's do a little test now to see how fast the top speed can be, but I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. Once we breach 100 is when you figure everything out. How fast it climbs past 100. Please don't top out at 115 like all of the cars do. So it's average. I think that's a fair assessment, right? It's just remarkably average. Now this is absolutely the natural habitat of this car. Where it should reside. Take it on some back roads. Probably should have given myself more room with that suspension, because it's just smashing through the rear fender. "90 miles an hour should seem fun, but because the car is not particularly quick, it is, it's a little underwhelming. But it seems like it is born to, you know, smash through objects. That's the luxury of putting all that stuff on the front, is that you don't really need to care how carefully you drive, because you're going to be impacting a lot of things that you got to get out of the way, like this guy here. How did my car hold up? See? Look at that. Hood got pumped up a little, but, not bad. Get some airtime here? How about that? Oh my goodness. Brutal.